guys have already made your way back to the Phoenix, and you guys have boarded and have already made your hyper jump to Tatooine. So, it's going to take about 7 days of hyperspace travel as you guys are making your way to Tatooine. Question for you guys. Does anybody need to recover? Does anybody need to do anything in the midst of the travel? Because I know some people got
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Yeah.
And remember, 1 day equals 1 wound. So
Okay.
natural
Oh,
healing,
right.
you'll naturally heal 7 wounds during the trip. So
I have a critical injury.
critical injury. When was the
That's
last
all I
time we did criticals? Like, was it? I think it was with the back to tank, right? So.
Well, someone cured me while we were, I think, in the tunnel or something, because like. But mine's gone. So.
Okay.
I just had some strain that I imagined would be fine after.
Oh yeah, after 1 day, all your strain is healed. After one
Yeah.
long rest, yeah. Cool. Anything for Raven, or is Raven good? No, Raven's good. Okay. Awesome. So, with 7 days travel, Tizo, you'll have your 2 wounds healed up, and everybody's strain will be restored. Is there anything that you guys wanted to roleplay or discuss?
I guess I am going to try to repair my critical injury. I'm going to try to...
Okay, sure.
Because I think it's been... whatchamacallit? Yeah, it was 7 days to Ryloth. Since it was in the back tank and killed the other one.
That's
so.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and you can make your week-long check here.
Alrighty.
I will assist, like I've been doing. Holding up a light just so Dran can see better.
Lightsaber.
Yeah.
Cauterize it when you're ready, okay?
Yeah.
I'll try to scream.
You tell me when.
Alright, I think I'm trying to think what this is. Oh, the
What? It's the difficulty that's on the critical.
It's a 1 critical injury, but I think since I'm doing it to myself, I'd probably have to upgrade the difficulty, I think. Not upgrade, it's like I add difficulty or something, or...
You might be right. Let me check this book really quick. Critical injury.
Doing this increases by 2, difficulty by 2.
Oh, wow, by 2.
Alright.
Gosh.
I'm pretty good at this stuff. And
You
Tizo's helping.
got a boost.
Yeah, you get a boost with Tizo's help.
Alright. Here goes nothing.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
Nice.
Look at that.
Where are those rolls
Here
when I'm
goes-
doing it to other people?
Here goes, physician, heal thyself.
Yeah. So I reckon.
Awesome. So yeah, your critical injury has been healed with the help of Tizo holding the lightsaber above your head, making sure that you can see very well in the midst of the purple glow.
I'm like trying to look cool in front of Tizo, so I'm like trying real hard. It works.
Excellent.
Nice.
Cool. So
I guess Yeska would spend this week researching as much as he can about Tatooine.
okay.
Just like learning, the ins and outs. Like, what are the spaceports like? What are the native creatures? News reports. Just as much as he generally can of this unfamiliar planet.
Okay. So, Dran, you have just successfully removed your critical injury with the help and assist of Tizo.
Feeling good.
Yeska was about to do a little bit of research on Tatooine. So what we will do is, what kind of knowledge skills do you have, Yeska?
Let's take a look. I've got 3 in pretty much everything because of my intelligence score, and I've got for lore, I've got a yellow and 2 greens because that's a career skill for me.
Okay, you can go ahead and make that lore check. With the help and the assist from the Phoenix computer systems and stuff, I'll add a boost to your roll.
All right.
For that. and I'm just gonna call it an average 2 purple check.
Okay. Here's lore.
Oh.
Nice. Okay, so success with advantage. So I'm gonna let you kind of take it as like what, and I'll give you information as I feel is needed. But what would that success mean? Like, what exactly are you searching for?
We are going to Tatooine to take on the Hutts.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to learn as much as I can about the kind of like Venn diagram of Tatooine and Hutts, like where they overlap, where their centers of power are, how do they usually operate as far as like their criminal empire goes, what type of defenses or soldiers would they use. And so just I want to I don't need to do a deep dive on the specs on everyone's weapon, but I just kind of want a general overview of what the Hutt situation on Tatooine is like.
Okay. Your basic general overview is gonna wield you information that is. Now you don't get very much like in specifics, because even though it's well known that the Hutts are in control here, they're really guarded in how the information is presented. So probably the vibe that you're gonna get based off of that success is that the Hutts are they work together, but they're very competitive with one another, and they're trying to gain power and prestige over another. But they're always hiring anybody who is willing to work under their high pressure environment. Basically, anybody that's willing, they will hire you. If you are the lowly what was it, the scum and villainy? Yes, yeah. Scum. Yeah. If you're willing to do the dirty work, a Hutt will put you to work.
So I look up from my data pad and just tell everyone, oh, it says they're bad. They real bad.
And the advantage would probably wield to you that they're very territorial, and they'll do just about anything to gain more power. Whether it be smuggling, whether it be
interesting.
They love living extravagant lifestyles. They love fortune. They love riches. They love the finer things in life, such as great beverages and food. So they basically like the power, but they don't want to do. They hire all these other people to do all the dirty work for them. Very much a
Good to know.
Political power.
All right, thank you.
You got it.
Also, I guess I would spend a couple hours each day on Mandalorian Duolingo. trying to brush up.
Uh-huh.
You got it, man. Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to spend some time researching specifically Krayt dragons. If there's any sightings of any on Tatooine, so like if we, after we're done with the whole Hutt thing, we could maybe hunt one or track one down. Or are there any basically any legends of one being somewhere type thing, that kind of thing.
Okay. Do you have any knowledge skills that would benefit?
I have xenology, which is the creatures.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you roll that. Or
Okay.
you can roll that against a average 2 purple difficulty as well.
Okay. Well, I figured that's what this might be, so I picked up a skill last session that is probably going to help with this. I have a thing called Force Connection. When a character performs a survival or knowledge xenology skill check, he may roll no greater than his force rating. The character may spend force to add success or advantage, character's choice, to the result.
Very nice.
So I will use that
Okay.
to help
you got
with
it.
this roll.
So is that just like you roll your force dice with the roll and then
Yeah.
they become successes? Yeah. Okay.
Basically, yes. So here we go. Okay, I will use the one white force to give me a success. So I succeed the check.
It's
Use any dark.
It's strange. You're doing this research and just nothing is coming up, and you just start remembering back to that moment where you saw that massive skeletal figure in that cave, that real mine from Ryloth, and for some reason you just all hear this strange force rumble within the Phoenix, and Tizo, you just kind of become a little bit enlightened. And you can sense, like you almost feel, there might be one of these creatures near the area that you are going to.
Ooh.
And then you think back to some of the things that Yeska was talking about and all those things, and I don't know, there might be some more research that you guys have to do on the planet to kind of discover where it might be lingering, but there's definitely some possibility there. You just feel it. It's not like you physically, like, nothing like popped up on your research, but you feel
I
the
will
presence.
explain that to everybody else. And maybe if we can find this thing, we could actually lure it to do our own job.
Oh,
We want to take out the Hutt, correct? That's what we're planning on doing, Raven?
What was that?
We're planning on taking out the Hutt.
Yeah,
Correct?
that's fun.
Well, we could potentially lure a Krayt dragon that apparently is I sense it is near where our destination is. So that could be a possibility. Lure the dragon to do our other job for us, and the people there weaken up the dragon for us afterwards.
Sure, that in theory that would be wonderful, but what if there's civilians in the way?
Oh, we get them out.
All right. Well, we'll see about that.
probably
keep saying
easier
that,
to
but
find
you don't say
civilian to be
how.
honest. Fight a dragon.
Oh, it's.
I think our plan needs to be a bit more comprehensive than we unleash dragon.
I'm not much of a plan setter. I'm kind of like a go with the flow
You're an
type
idea
person.
man.
So,
Notice, dip.
Yeah. So, I will leave the plan. That, just so y'all know, that's an option.
It is a good option. I think it might be a good final kind of option because these dragons are very powerful, and
They
I
are.
think if any first attempt at infiltrating and destroying the Hutts fails, your Krayt dragon would be a very good plan B.
Or plan C.
Oh, sorry. Plan Besh. If I forget your alphabet, it's so complicated.
Okay. Well, that's all I had for. I'm just gonna go back to meditating. If you need me.
After the dragon, if let's say this were to happen, how would we then deal with it?
Well, I mean, my plan was just to cut it up with my lightsaber, a whole bunch. Some explosives would be nice, but I currently don't have the money for that. So,
Love all the details of this plan.
I mean, My lightsaber's never let me down before, so I don't see why it would now.
Right.
Plus, you have a nice gun that could help. Yaska's good with his lightsaber, another lightsaber, and Dran can also shoot and heal us.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Sounding
let's
more-
not get
I think
hung up on
personally, I
this
think that
idea.
the whole base, like all the bases they covered, really, right?
Right.
Except for the explosives, we really could use some explosives.
All
Wonder
right.
if we can
well,
get
we
contact.
need
We
to,
ought to, I think we ought to consider how we would present ourselves to this hut. Are we going to offer our work as mercenaries?
according to
going-
Kira, we're just showing up on top of a crate dragon and
I mean, just imagine that us just surfing on the back of a crate dragon,
Oh yes,
and then
becoming one
Bam.
with the desert.
I mean, animals typically like me, so maybe I could, do
Like those ones
some
in the mine.
connection.
yeah.
It liked me.
Right,
It just didn't know yet. Okay.
Alright.
Mm.
All right. Well,
That is
It's probably
problematic.
regretting.
It's
It's
not-
regretting its choice to stay behind.
Well, they were certainly trying to get closer to you. That's yeah.
yeah.
I think if we offer our work as mercenaries, we might be able to find a way to infiltrate this organization and perhaps find a way to dismantle it from the inside or assassinate the Hutt. Any other thoughts?
I mean, if
No,
you,
I was definitely open to that idea at least.
any one of us, if one of us can get inside, I'm sure can take out a hut, no issue. They're very slow and big, typically.
Yeah.
I
I
imagine
mean,
they surround themselves with people who would try to protect them.
We could be professional bodyguards and see if we can show the Hutt that his bodyguard system is not worthwhile and we could take their place.
yeah, that's a possibility. That's probably the easier way to go.
Are you
versus
implying
the
that we-
crate dragon.
Kill his bodyguards and become his new bodyguards? Is that what I'm hearing here?
That's right. We become the new bodyguards and then something happens to his body.
Right. Okay. That is an option. Do we have contacts there at all? Have any of you been there?
I think that pilot that took down the Death Star was from Tatooine, but I don't know him personally.
Yes, I heard of your
Let's
I
call
heard
him
of
up
your
then.
blonde man-child who is so great a warrior. Yeah, right. We've got the great warriors here.
All right. Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way to go, honestly. The smartest way to go.
I think when
It would
we
be
get to
nice if we-
Tatooine, we ought not to go straight to, is it Teemo? Straight to Teemo. I think perhaps we might find another settlement or city and acclimate ourselves a little to Tatooine, maybe change our look a little bit, look more, like we are on his side of the law. Instead of, robes and rebel armor
What's wrong
and
with my
military
armor?
uniform. Nothing is wrong with your armor, but I do not know if it would ingratiate us into a criminal enterprise.
I mean, I can close my robe and just look like a robe.
That sounds
I'm
fine.
quite fond
me,
of this.
For me, I look like a military person, as does Dr. Duran with his
Well, I
rebel
think-
insignias.
I'm currently wearing Nico's clothes, I think. He left me his stuff.
That's
I
true.
think so, yeah.
So I probably look pretty cool.
Do
In any case, Perhaps we ought to just go on maybe a small shopping trip and buy
Hello?
some supplies for what we need.
Explosives?
Explosives,
I would love some
some more
explosive.
weapons. Just no grenades.
What?
I
Why not?
I hate grenades.
Well, I can use the grenades. I promise I won't blow you up.
Do we know
Please do not
which
throw grenades at me.
which
I
town
would
or
not.
city we have to go to get to Teemo?
The
Or
city.
Yeah, in my computer search, did I learn like where the major hut centers are?
Right.
The problem with Tatooine is that the cities are so far apart
Mm,
because it's a desert planet, and
Yeah.
most of the time you have to mine for water. Like you have to farm for water there.
right.
Sounds terrible.
So
Right.
they're constantly looking around, and the places where you have the most wells and water farms, that's where you get the cities. So they have to like designate those locations based upon where the water is.
Gotcha.
My whole home world is water.
Oh, buddy.
This must be hell for you.
Yeah,
We should
no,
also
dude.
get Dr. Duran maybe one of this is like something that goes around your neck with maybe some small fans and that spray a mist.
Yeah. I
Keep
think
him
so.
moist. Keep him fishy.
Maybe I
Yeah.
could
It's one of those,
hesitate something for you.
one of those little water bottles that has the fan on the end of the spritzer.
Moisturize me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go do some training. If you come up with any other ideas, let me know. I'll be thinking about it as well. But we should do a cursory scan of the planet and maybe try and find a city that's a little bit more well off. Because the Hutts like the money, yeah? They like the credits.
All right. If we think of anything else, we will talk.
Something actually just came to mind since we were talking about Hutts. Fun fact, did you know that there was actually a Hutt Jedi?
No, I did not.
Really?
Yeah, his name was Beldorian, actually. He went missing. No one had seen him for quite some time. But yeah, there was a Hutt Jedi. It was very interesting.
Was this in recent times before,
Oh,
or
yeah.
is this a long, long time ago?
No, this was he was around before the Purge. So
Had you ever met him?
don't know whatever happened. I mean, more than likely, probably died in the attack on the Jedis. But just fun fact.
All
I
right.
wonder what it would look like to see the Hutt do the Hawkbat swoop.
I don't.
No.
You
On that
know,
visual note, I'm gonna.
Slap.
I don't think. I don't know if that maneuver's a little bit advanced, even for normal people
I reckon he would just squish.
with legs.
Maybe he was more of a sage or a mystic, you know?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
No, that's all I can think about now is the Hutt Hawkback
Yeah,
swoop.
thanks for
The
that.
Hutt bat swoop.
The Huttback swoop.
Huttback swoop. Raven is gonna actually go spend some time meditating over the course of the travel and doing some training with her new spear. But she's
Okay.
mostly doing a lot of meditating, and
Okay.
she is working on honing her force powers.
Okay, perfect. Awesome.
I am also going to be meditating, just probably not with Raven, but
Absolutely not. She would sit in the cockpit and lock you boys out of the cockpit.
Oh,
Be like, leave me
boo.
alone for 4 hours.
All right. So you two are spending some time in meditation. Yeska and Dran, anything else that you guys would like to do before you guys come up with kind of like a final plan for your approach for Tatooine here?
Also meditating.
Also meditating?
Trying to
Okay.
become one with the universe.
Okay. Are you using your ability?
One with the future.
Yeah.
Or do you
I
have
reckon.
do you have an ability too, Raven, that you have to roll for meditation for anything? Is that...
No, I'm literally just upgrading my 4C power.
Okay. You got it.
Nah, I reckon once we rock up to Tatooine, we just do a couple of planet-wide scans
Yes.
to see where the major
Hubs are.
kind of civilization hubs are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure. I will say that. Whoa, Gran, look at that. So
Yeah.
you are one with the Force, one with the universe, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I can feel every plate rattling in the ship as this thing barely keeps itself together.
Excellent. So we'll do a scene wipe as we kind of fast forward the rest of this travel time. Raven, you can go ahead and upgrade that 4C power that you were working on with your force there. I'm gonna take you guys over to so this is what Tatooine looks like.
Beautiful.
And as you'll see, that it is very, very, very absent of water. The desert planet of Tatooine. The water is present, but like I said, it is below the surface. So
Why would people live on a planet like this?
What a dump.
So, you guys come out of hyperspace near this planet. What is it that you guys would like to do once you guys get close?
Do a scan for civilization hubs.
Okay. Go ahead and let's call this a computers check. We'll do a computers check for this. We'll just call it average difficulty, 2 purple dice. For anyone who is who's running this check.
I could do it.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
I'd probably help. I'd be like leaning over from the co-pilot chair, being like, oh, "What about that button?"
Okay.
Helicoptering over.
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
Yikes.
And I have two yellow.
Yeah,
So-
that could have been.
You basically the computer systems are having a difficult time honing in on large cities here. It could be the fact that the weather is very unpredictable on this planet as well, and there's dusts and sandstorms that occur very often, which probably have some kind of impact on whether you're able to scan the surface of the planet. What would the 2 advantages mean? What could we say those mean though in the narration here? Anybody have any thoughts?
Maybe.
I think
It's raining.
I think it might our computer would maybe kind of gain more cursory knowledge of the terrain and possibly upgrade any future checks. It's like it's learning and adding more to its
Like
database.
finding a landing space if we need to,
Yeah, like finding a landing space.
where there's no sandstorm.
Yeah, like tracking weather
like,
patterns.
Yeah,
More
weather patterns
natural
probably-
things.
Yeah, I think we track weather patterns. That's a good call.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. And yeah, you do have some guys that show you that. You do get a ping from relatively close as you're kind of searching down to the planet, not down towards the planet of what seems to be some type of large vehicle that pings back. You also do have the exact coordinates for Mos Shuuta, so you do know where that city is located because it's linked into your computer system.
Okay.
But as far as like other major cities and things, the computer's having a really rough time with it. So
Okay. That's unfortunate. It'd be nice to have like an idea, like how far-reaching this is. All right. I guess I will set a course through a safe entry point to that city. since we have nowhere else to go.
Okay. I will, so you're gonna try to approach Mos Shuuta?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys make your way closer to Mos Shuuta. Now, as you get closer, you begin to see what it actually looks like. And I'll give you guys an idea as you head down to the surface. Here is an image that will give you an idea of what a city on Tatooine looks like.
Very dusty.
Very dusty. It's got these very unique architectural elements with a combination of metal upon like just this like almost Adobe look as you look at it, but also these very large dome shapes and interesting geometric forms of cityscape. So that gives you an idea of what Mos Shuuta looks like. And also you'll notice that there are a lot of these things that jet out of the ground at different spaces and places, and you can see that they definitely rely on deep well digging even in the cities here to make sure that the city has enough water provided for all its citizens. Moving in, you can see that there are 2 starports at this location. And I'm going to take you guys over to a more detailed map. I'm going to move you guys over to this. I'm going to shift ping you. You see, well, the one thing that you see first off is this beautiful, almost shell-like shaped palace.
Nice.
That basically consumes the western side of the city. It kind of reminds you of the architecture. What's that famous opera house in Australia?
The Sydney Opera House.
The Sydney Opera House. That's
Yeah.
it. It kind of has similar. It's kind of like that mixed with that Tatooinean architecture that you saw in the last image. Think about a healthy blend between those two things in this spiral-like spiral-like shell shaped with these domes that kind of pierce the top of the palace. There's 2 landing bay areas. There's a landing bay that's closer to you, which is up here at the top. Landing bay Besh. And then over here to the right, you have a spaceport landing bay Auruk, which are showing up as locations for you to land your space vessel. Which one, Raven, would you be kind of heading towards as you make your way
Probably Auruk.
in? Auruk?
So
Okay.
we're not in direct line of sight of the palace.
Excellent. Everyone can make either a vigilance check or a perception check
Oh, fun.
upon your approach.
Is there a difficulty in
What
this?
what difficulty are we looking at?
We're looking at a average difficulty, so 2 purple dice
Ew.
for everybody.
You said vigilance or perception?
Yep, vigilance or perception, whichever one you feel is more of your character strength.
How do I roll with that dice? I get okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Whoa. Wow. So we got 2 fails. on-
Raven sees everything.
Raven sees everything. Okay. Yeska doesn't have a success, but has advantage. Raven definitely succeeds. Dran, oh, this is perfect storytelling for Dran.
oh no. Oh no.
Hizo, you kind of miss out on this too, but Dran
Yeah.
and Raven. Raven, you notice, first of all, you're kind of glad that you made the decision to head across the city to Auruk, because as you're passing by, you notice that 2 TIE fighters facing away from you are actually taking off out of landing bay Besh, and it looks like they're headed like in the opposite direction you guys are coming in. So you kind of narrowly like missed them as they're coming out.
Fingers
Dran-
hovering over the guns.
Dran, not only do you notice that as well, but
Mhm.
you, as you guys are pulling in through the streets of Mos Shuuta, you notice occasionally there's, what is that? A couple people wearing bright white. Wait, there's stormtroopers here.
Oh God!
There's an Imperial
These
presence.
guys again.
Why?
So
I get out my blaster. I'm like making sure it's working. I'm like checking on it. Like,
Why
Here
did
we
we
go
go
again.
here and not to Mos Def?
Drian, you do suffer 2 points of strain as this realization occurs to you.
Yeah.
For those 2 threat.
vein popping out of my head.
Anybody who rolled advantage, if you'd like to narrate, some of you failed but still had advantage. If you want to somehow narrate what that advantage means, if you have an idea for it, you can go ahead and throw that out there narratively.
I was just gonna pass it on like a boost to the next check kind of thing. I was gonna give one to Raven and one to Yeska.
Okay.
So
Maybe you weren't really paying attention to what was going
Yeah,
around there, but
probably
you were ready for the landing, so you're getting everything ready for coming in.
When we arrive, I would use my advantage to spot the landing bay that would conceal our ship the most. Like within the general landing bay, like I'm sure that there's like slots for spaceships.
It's minimal. There's not a lot.
No.
This isn't a huge city, and you could tell that they have. It's one of those situations where they don't really have walls and sections that separate these areas. It's kind of like everybody kind of pulls down around in kind of like a big circle, and then you walk out towards the outside of the bay. So you do notice that there are a few other vessels in the landing bay. One looks like some kind of older freighter, even probably older than the Phoenix, possibly. Had a kind of like a strange shape of a larger kind of rectangular back end with like the cockpit kind of protrudes out the front. And a couple other ships. None of the vessels look very impressive as you guys are pulling into the landing bay.
Yeah, I'll just throw one to the doctor since I'm seeing him getting agitated with the stormtroopers. I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So with ease, Raven brings the Phoenix down. Landing gear seems to bring the Phoenix down with a comfortable. The shocks seem to suppress and settle down, and you guys have landed here in Mos Shuuta.
All right, guys, y'all ready? Wait, what is going on in here?
Well, we noticed the stormtroopers and the TIE fighters.
Wait, there's
So I thi-
stormtroopers and TIE fighters here?
Yes,
Apparently an Imperial presence of some sort.
this place already sucks. I think until it's necessary, we may be discreet about our use of our lightsabers. But when it's necessary, we'll slash away. But until that time, I don't think we should reveal our connection to the Jedi or to the Force, seeing as there is a strong Imperial presence here.
Seems
I
reasonable.
would say that is a smart idea, yes.
That's okay, we have plenty of other weapons. Do you have a blaster, Tizo?
I'll be fine. Wait, no.
Alright.
No, yeah,
Tizo is
I
a
would,
weapon.
I should probably take a blaster or something.
I'm sure we can find some type of shop. We can get you something.
You could also pick up some explosives if we're going to.
I mean, if we just want to outfit me with explosives, that's fine.
Why not both?
Alright, let's go and see the local color.
Oh, well, I don't know if you can even use it. Can you use a blaster carbine?
What category?
Heavy.
I'm actually trained in that. I don't have a rank in it, but it's a career skill.
All right. You can borrow mine.
Oh, you're gonna give me your blaster carbine?
Yes, because I've been using the disruptor pistol.
And I also have a blaster pistol in it's a more of a medium range, which might be better for you.
I think this will do just fine.
All right.
Okay, well, let me copy paste what this is for you.
Wow.
You're getting a Mandalorian blaster carbine.
Ooh.
Wow.
He's gonna run up and start swinging it around.
Just like beat people over the head with it.
It worked
Hawk
great.
bat, swoop, swoop.
Just break his
damage-
crap off on people.
Damage is 9. Critical is 3. Encumbrance, I think it's 1 because it's modified.
Is it just the blaster carbine from the book?
Yes.
Okay, I've got it.
Well, this one's also modified, so hang on.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So you get these 2.
Underbarrel flamethrower.
You get the brace mod and the quick draw mod.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. I will fill this out on my sheet.
Okay. So you are now equipped with a blaster carbine. Anybody else doing anything before you guys exit the Phoenix?
Out of character, was I told not to wear my armor on Tatooine? Or do they hire Mandos? Do Hutts hire Mandos?
Hutts hire Mandos, yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason why the Mandalorians are in such a confrontation with Teemo right now, because Teemo hasn't paid debts to the Mandalorians for their services.
Oh.
So yeah, they will hire Mandalorians.
Do I feel like wearing my armor here is a bad idea? Like, did they tell me to disguise myself?
You're like a different clan than them too, right?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
like
a completely different
Yeah,
clan.
Yeah, your regalia would be totally different from everybody else's, so
Okay.
you would probably be
Then I will
fine.
I will say that we do have extra stormtrooper outfits still. I have some in my
that's
room.
true. I still have
If
one.
you guys want to do that, but I will keep my helmet on.
Just be myself for now.
If you guys remember, the one benefit that Vera had of sending you guys is the Hutt would probably be would not speculate that you guys had any kind of alliance with them. So
Nobody's here. Yeah. All right.
But as the hydraulics release from the loading ramp of the Phoenix, it slowly makes its way and touches the sandy ground within the landing bay. You guys are free to exit the Phoenix and enter into this busy city streets.
Like when you get off of a plane in Florida and it hits you.
That's it. And as you're stepping out,
More like Arizona.
Yeah.
An interesting looking man approaches you guys. It almost seems like he has interesting facial features where his nose looks rather strange, almost pig-like, and one of his arms is rather furry and has some claws on the end of it. And he's like, "Hey, you! That's you're pulling in here. That's gonna be 35 credits. I need you to pay up."
Oh yeah.
You think docking here is free?
Does he look like he works here? Like he's the proper person to be paying for such a thing?
Make a vigilance check, Dran.
Yeah, can I
Yes,
get
it's like, is this some guy that's just rocking up like, "Hey, give me some money for parking here"? We paid that guy. Who?
I'm from New York. I know how this plays out.
Raven, is that your vigilance check? For this
Yes,
one?
sir.
All right.
With that.
It's okay. I lived in New York.
I'm a bounty hunter. I know this shit.
um,
I'm a tourist. I was just about to pay him.
Dran, are you rolling or are you not worrying about
I'm
it?
gonna trust. Raven looks like she's got it under control.
Raven, it looks like this guy. I mean, it's hard to tell just by looking at him if he works here or not. but you get the vibe like he's done this before and it's extensive. He's coming at it with a sense of confidence that doesn't show. Like there's no bead of I might get caught that you catch within him. But you do feel, you get the vibe that maybe he has upcharged you a little bit.
How about we call it an even 25 and be done here?
Fine.
Here you are. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Nice day. He spits on the ground and walks away.
And even out my
A
credits,
gift
so I'm
of
happy.
water from the desert people. Yes, thank you. I also spit.
Waste of.
He turns around and glares at Yeska for a moment. Then like spits one big one down.
I also hawk another loogie to honor this desert people.
And he looks at Tizo, is like, "What's wrong with him?"
What's wrong with you? You're also spitting. I'm confused.
He's a tourist.
So am I.
Then why are you doing it?
I was upset.
There's no reason to be upset. We are going to be staying here for maybe a few days. We are happy to pay this establishment to keep our vehicle safe. I meant no offense. I thought it was a local cop.
How many days?
Shall we say maybe we will start by paying for, would you say, Raven, maybe a week in advance?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, how much would you charge for a week? A reasonable price, please.
Oh, you look like you stumped him, Yeska. As he's like
Can't count that high.
Looks like he's trying to do
Hold
math.
on, let me take out my sandals.
Let's 100 credits. On top of the 25 she just gave me.
I think 100 credits even is much more reasonable, don't you?
Wait, isn't that what we just said? 100
No,
credits?
you said 100 and plus the 25. I think we just bring it down to 100 and call that good.
That's what I said. I said 100. I'm really confused.
I'm sorry. I am not from around these places. My language skills are probably not so good. I think 100 credits even would be a very reasonable price. Do you have any kind of official ticket that you can provide for us that we know that that we can show that your establishment has paid for us?
Do I not look trustworthy to you?
That is not for me to judge. There are many different kinds of people here in this galaxy. I'm just looking for some type of business model that provides a ticket or some type of assurance that our vehicle will be well taken care of.
I can give you my word. It'll be well taken care of. We're not an establishment that gives tickets.
You seem like an honest, trustworthy person. If your word is good, then so is mine.
Great. 100 credits.
Certainly. I shall give it to you myself.
Okay, do you hand him 75 or do you hand him 100?
I hand him 100.
Okay. Because he clearly wasn't understanding what you were meaning.
So yeah, I'll give him 100 credits.
Dran, this was clearly difficult for you to watch with the high intellect that you have.
The math is just. These guys aren't even considering inflation. The 4x, yeah.
Yeah, but and like after we conclude this, and we're back together, and he's the guy is off doing something else. And I confide like sometimes it's better to pay for good parking.
Get him emotionally invested in making sure that nothing happens to our ship.
Yes, we may need to leave in a bit of a hurry, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, let's go and explore the city and see what we can find.
Okay. So, as you guys are exiting the landing bay here, the Arak landing bay, you exit out the front, and you can see it's pretty crowded out here in front of this landing bay area as you make your way kind of into the city streets. Right outside the landing bay, you see a wide variety of different species of people represented here. Some you've seen before, some you haven't. One of them in particular kind of sticks out to you as being one that you haven't had too much experience with, you haven't seen too much, but you see an individual that's kind of flying with these two wings, and its body is a little bit bulbous, but it's like a small bulbous body, and its feet are kind of dangling. It has this nose that kind of comes down and hangs and dangles a little bit in the front. And I will show you a picture. I have a handout.
Oh, cool.
I've made a I made a handout for this creature, so that way I'm gonna show to players, show to everyone. This is what this guy looks like.
Do the voice, Michael. Do the voice.
Well, what you can tell is you can see that this individual is on some type of communications device. Looks like looks like a phone. They're on like a comm link. Flapping around. It looks like
he's got like a Bluetooth ear.
He got a Bluetooth.
Don't to sell.
And you see his arm kind of going like as if he's talking to someone on the other side, and he'll flutter a little ways, and then he'll do this with his hand, and then he'll turn around and flutter the other way a little bit over the other side, feet never touching the ground. The wings just keep on flapping, and then the closer you start to get to him, you start to hear a little bit of some of the conversation that's taking place. What do you mean Teemo's not ready? I mean, I've had the stuff ready for all this time. I mean, what do you mean I can't get clearance to the landing bay at the palace? I mean, he knows me. I'm Zeno. He knows Zeno. Come on. You've got to get it going. Talk to him again, I promise. Yes. And you hear some of that communication kind of going forth as you guys are kind of walking out. It seems like he's not really being shy about, speaking. It looks like he's a little bit frustrated and agitated with the situation right now.
Is he around any shops, or does he just seem to be like pacing the streets? Like, does he seem to be like manning?
He's kind of just outside the entryway to the landing bay. Like, he's just outside the street on the outside of where the landing bay exit is, and he's kind of just going back and forth, talking on this comm link. Dran, you also noticed to the left, down the street a little ways, there's a group of 3 stormtroopers that seem to be just huddled up having a conversation.
But your fingers are all webbed, so it's more like.
Amazing. I'm gonna try and continue to listen to this person, this creature thing.
Okay.
See if there's if I can pick up what exactly he's trying to give or sell to Teemo.
Okay. So you trying to sneak up and get closer?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
I mean, if
I'll,
anyone could, it'd be a Mandalorian. Like you can't even tell
Yeah.
what they're looking at.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can make a stealth check. This is going to be against 2 purple dice.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to give you a boost because he's a little distracted.
Okay.
Mhm.
Go, Raven, go.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
That's quite a roll.
Okay. So yeah, you guys watch this.
She becomes one with the desert.
She kind of starts mingling in with another part of the crowd and seems to just get in this area where they're walking kind of close to this individual, and she just kind of starts walking casually with the group, almost like she's blending in with everybody else. You begin to hear Zeno, I think is what I said.
Zeno.
Zeno is what you said, yeah.
I had it written down here somewhere. Here. Yeah, Zeno came through. I mean, he's looking for the shipment, and I have it here on time. The Geonosians are getting a little impatient. They want to make sure the drop-off is clean and quick. Why can't I get the clearance? You should give me the clearance. And you can't really hear the other end of the conversation, but it looks like he's really trying to get cleared to land a vessel on Teemo's personal landing bay
Okay.
to unload some type of shipment that he's bringing. He doesn't mention what it is, but he did mention it also that there are Geonosians with him, which are insect-like species of humanoids.
Okay. I'll send that over. I'll send the Geonosian reference to Tizo over Comlink, and do you know anything about these people?
Would I? From my upbringing in the Jedi Temple?
You would know that
Okay, good.
they were pivotal in creating the droid armies of the Clone Wars.
I will relay that back to over the comms.
That doesn't feel good. Great.
Geonosia, I think the planet that they hail from was where they had most of the
factory.
factories that created those B1 battle droids that you guys found on Zorn.
Yeah.
And Jim knows that it's the side of the climactic battle scene from Star Wars Episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
Where many Jedi died.
Mm-hmm.
And so this might actually, if I'm not overstepping my bounds, this might be very important place for Tizo, is that he may know this because maybe he had a bunch of older friends who just graduated into being Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
who went off as Padawans and died there.
That's possible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Then I'll let I'll do the group chat and be like, they're trying to negotiate a deal to land at Teemo's palace to drop off a shipment from these people.
They'd be dropping off a shipment of droids.
Yeah.
That's what my mind goes to first.
Of course it does.
Should we
I
try
elbow Rand very hard in the side.
Oh, you know what, MG? I still have a luck point. I'm gonna gift that to you, for that was just the smoothest burn I've seen in a minute. You can have my luck point, buddy. I'm sorry, Derek, but that was smooth as fuck.
Do I lose a hit point for how hard he jabbed me?
Yeah, probably.
my audio cut out. What did you say?
Strain. Takes a
You
strain
would
for
know
it.
about if it was about droids. You would know.
You would know. That's what he said.
So smooth. It was he didn't even hesitate. It was so quick. Oh god, that was good. Raven chuckles to herself and heads back to the group.
Should we try to aid this fat flying person, or should we just ignore this and go about our business?
Sounds like it could be an in, right? Into
Could be.
Teemo.
How do we spin that though?
We represent an intergalactic trading corporation that wishes to begin negotiations for business with the very famous Teemo the Hutt. We would love to assist his organization, as we are a very fledgling type of enterprise in a similar vein to his.
I mean,
AKA, we are starting our own smuggling business and would rather work with the Hutts rather than compete with the Hutts.
I mean, if anyone's going to convince him of that, it'd be you.
Sounds like this guy's having trouble getting the landing
Yeah,
he needs, right?
He can't even get. He specifically wants to land at the private landing pad at the palace. I'm not sure how we could aid him in that.
We see like this individual ship or anything, or is
Oh,
he just like kind of flying on the street?
I mean, he's just on
Did
the
he fly here?
street, but if you wanted to go back in and do a little poking around, I mean, there's that opportunity if you guys would like to.
I thought it was even if we don't help him get entrance, but if he does, we could just try and sneak on to his ship, be a way into the palace.
Oh,
Of course,
brilliant.
if we'd have to figure out a way to get him accepted into the
Right.
private
Otherwise, we'll be
hangar.
stuck in his cargo for hours, days, maybe.
Also, see what kind of cargo he has.
Yeah,
Also that.
that's another thing.
Trying to run through my head like a list of cons that we could try to
I
pull.
know.
We don't have a basket.
Why don't-
We need a basket for that one.
I know. Well, at the very least, we could go to the market while we think about options here and pick up supplies, resupply, get some ammunition, maybe explosives if they have any.
That seems like the best option. I do not think that he would appreciate us just infringing on his business. So let's go and do some shopping trip.
I also want to look around and see if there's like a bank or anything that like some sort of like really fortified place, unless it's just the palace that's like most heavily fortified, where I think they would keep all of the credits that they're supposed to be paying people.
Okay.
I mean, are these? I never really figured out, like, is money in Star
Right,
Wars
is money physical
or is it a digital currency? Because if it's
They
digital currency, it could be
typically have-
anywhere.
Point.
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
they typically have like a
Like a
I
stick.
think it's called
right?
a credit block. I think is what it's
Yeah.
called.
Because the Mandalorian was paid in some kind of Imperial
In
credits.
calamari.
Yeah.
Oh
line,
yeah.
Yeah.
which
So-
it sounds like the world's worst dessert.
I think it could be like a mixture of both, perhaps. It could be digital and it could be also physical. I don't know.
Like you can get them in chips or on a stick that has
Yeah.
numbers.
Kinda
Cash or credit
kinda like,
card.
yeah, our debit card, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, credits are seen basically like just little. It depends on the culture, but there's some that are like basically a gold block that's just like chopped up into like a whole bunch of like rectangle things that are small, that you would look like a little bit bigger than a credit card. It's just there's a whole bunch of different kinds of credits.
So like a
out
Rubik's
there.
cube for money.
So
Yeah, I get this chance cube here.
Republic credits. Republic credits are no good out here. All right, let's go
Raven,
shopping.
Raven, your vibe is that the palace is it's definitely the most fortified area here. Just, I mean, you guys haven't really like explored the city much, but you guys would have to probably do a little bit of like walking around and exploring to kind of get a vibe of that.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So we'll try and find the market first and go and kind of like use that as like a home base to kind of spread out and figure out what we're doing.
Now, there's a lot of different places here that you could go. The only kind of open market place is the. Do you guys see in the? I'm gonna shift ping you down here. There's a Jawa traders station.
Yep.
With the Jawas, and they have a bunch of tents and tarps and outdoor kind of marketplace establishment set up, where they just have piles and piles of random junk everywhere, like anything you could imagine, just laying in piles. No organizational system at all. It's just kind of thrown together haphazard. All these little small Jawas are running around in their burlap kind of hooded cloaks. You can see their eyes kind of glowing in the midst of the darkness of their cowl, and you hear them making all these little jibber jabbing noises as they come forth and moving around through all there. And
I will say that while you are going shopping, I actually want to keep an eye on this individual, just so we can keep informed if he ever gets an audience and that kind of thing.
All right.
Because the only thing that I would like is some explosives, if you can find them. I will hand you all my credits, which is
it's okay.
Sure?
We'll take care of it.
I'll
okay.
take your credits.
I will hand over 355 credits.
Oh, honey. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have much credits at all.
Okay, well,
I
we'll
never
see.
figured out, like, how did you lose all your credits?
Yeah, like,
'Cause,
what
each
happened?
of us
I don't
are, like, in
remember.
the thousands.
I don't remember.
Did we get it when he wasn't in the party?
Yeah, you might have. I don't know.
I think that's it. I think we got it while you were away.
while he was away, yeah, that could be a possibility. Yeah.
So like we're stinking rich, and you're just like scraping by.
Oh,
Yeah.
honey. Yeah,
I
we'll get
also
when we get his stuff.
okay. I also posted a picture of what credits look like in the chat.
Yeah,
by
I
the way.
saw.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Nice.
Oh, that looks much different than what I was picturing in my head.
Yeah.
I was picturing a Rubik's cube.
Well, I
Yeah,
remember
no,
from the Mandalorian, he would get those silver bars.
Well, that was Beskar. That was different. That was
Oh, that was
the
just
Mandalorian
that was
armor.
the best part. No, but
Yeah.
didn't he get credits at that
He-
at the
it-
bounty
they
hunter?
did.
Yeah,
they
he was
they were
using
little
like these like
circle.
kind of plastically
It was a different
Mon
style.
Calamari
Credits.
money.
Yeah.
It's basically the difference between like American dollar and the Canadian.
Yeah, they look different.
So, yeah.
Well, Canadian. Yeah,
So it's basically the same thing there.
sure. But ours are prettier. Just saying.
That's true.
I won't disagree.
Yeah. So
All right,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna follow
let's,
this guy
let's
around.
go for a shopping trip.
Okay.
Shopping
you
trip!
guys, are you guys headed to the Jawas? Now there are other shops. Like if you look on that
I
map,
mean,
there's a
I reckon as
there's a weapons shop.
we pass it, I see a weapons shop. Let's
Yeah.
let's pop in the weapons shop.
There's another random place called the junk shop. There's
Off-world traders.
off-world traders.
Oh wow.
There's that. I
Is
think
the customs office anything?
I think the
or is-
Slag Works is kind of like where you go to get like ship parts and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think that's kind of like almost like a junkyard-esque type thing.
Probably.
And they have different things. They also have, there's Baba's Grill up there, so they got some food places.
I think someone is like frantically pinging
Yeah.
avocados.
No. I mean, I don't think that's where explosives.
Is that how you pronounce that? Avocado?
I think it's
Avocado.
I think it's
Acevedo or Acevedo?
Acevedo.
Avocado.
Acevedo's weapons. Ace or Ace Vado. Ace Vado.
Yeah.
I like Ace Vado. I like that one.
Ace Vado. We can pronounce it any way we want.
Yeah, Star Wars.
That's right. Okay, so
Let's go check out Ace Vado's
Yeah.
weapons shop,
Okay.
shall we?
yeah, you guys walk into this weapon shop. It appears that the shop is relatively dark inside, but you can see that behind the counter works a rather I lost the species. The two-pronged individuals, or the two.
Totals or
Devronian?
No, the long.
Wheelik?
Twi'lek. That's it.
Twi'leks, yeah.
Twi'lek.
That's Twi'lek.
Oh.
They a large Twi'lek male that seems to be rather rotund is kind of working behind the counter there. It seems to be putting some parts away from other weapons and kind of turns to gesture towards you. Welcome. What can I do to help you?
Just looking to browse your wares, what type of weapons you have available.
Well, what is it that you're looking for?
Explosives would be nice.
Explosives? What kind of explosives are you looking for?
Something with a big bang. Something to hunt Krayt dragons.
Thermal detonator.
Oh, thermal detonator.
What was that strange
Pietro.
whisper? It was odd. Great dragons.
Yeah. Big monster, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the city's built on this rather hard rocky plateau.
Smart.
Is
Yeah, but
we had
Well-
a settlement probably about 8 miles north of here, a really small one. Totally got devoured by one not too long ago.
oh really?
Yeah. They're not nothing to mess with. They eat cities.
How long ago did that happen?
Oh, gosh. Well, they someone said they were working there at the spaceport control. There's a surveillance bunker up there.
Oh.
Said that about a month and a half ago or something, they saw people running across the desert as fast as they could. There was just way in the distance. Then all of a sudden they saw this big, massive plume of dust just shoot up into the air, and the people were gone.
Maybe that's where I need to go.
You ask me, you're crazy.
A little bit. But it'll be worth the money if we can rack one in.
So what, you want explosives, huh? Well, I do have some grenades.
No, thank you. Not for me. I will.
I might peruse your grenades.
Take a boost, Yeska.
Alright. Consistently hates grenades.
What was it, ma'am?
Thermal detonator. Do you have any of those?
Oh, thermal detonators. You know those are extremely illegal.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. How much are you willing to give me if I happen to have one in the back?
Do I know how much
I'm-
on average they cost?
I'm not saying that I do, but if I did
Right,
have
right.
one in the back,
Theoretically.
theoretically, how much would you give me for it?
On Comlink, do any of you know how much they usually cost? Because Christy has no clue.
Well,
2,000.
we buy them in the
Is it 3,000?
Like 1,000?
2,000.
3,000?
yeah.
2,000 credits. Yeah. For one.
Okay. For one. Well, we can get a hold of... I'm gonna try and do something. I'm gonna say, if you got 2, I'd be willing to pay 2,550.
Okay, make a negotiation check.
Oh.
What kind of check is this?
It's going to be hard. 3 purple dice.
I'm gonna upgrade.
Remember, I gave you a boost also.
I know, I got it. Oh! Oh! Oh!
He kind of looks at
Wow.
you and he grins a little bit. He's like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's that?
If, in theory, I had 2 thermal detonators, because you're so nice, I would definitely sell both of those to you. But here's the problem. You see, I only have 1 of them thermal detonators.
In theory.
But I can throw in a couple frag grenades, if that would do. I know your friend over there is kind of discouraged by this, but might be useful to you.
I'm a woman that appreciates a good bang, so...
Wow!
That's gonna bring all the quick in.
Raven, take a boost.
How many of those frag grenades would you be willing to part with for
Let's
a
see.
total, in theory, of 2,550?
Well, considering I just realized frag grenades are only 50 credits in the book. That's gonna be.
What book do you have there, sir?
That's gonna be a lot of frag grenades if you're willing to purchase all them.
It's like a Space Kelly Blue Book.
That's right.
I will pull out 2,550 credits.
He'll throw in 6 frag grenades with the thermal detonator. So basically, you're getting kind of like 1 frag grenade free
Cool.
with that current deal.
Math.
Or wait, hold on. No, it would be double that number.
So 12 grenades?
12. Yeah, he gives you a whole case of grenades.
Yeah.
Solid.
I'm just kind of like looking around, just at his general wares. Like, what are his like melee weapons selection like, and what type of blaster pistol selection does he have?
He has pretty much, honestly, like nothing looks in great condition here. But he has a little variety of almost anything when it comes to like guns and weapons.
Does he have modifications for guns and weapons here too?
Yeah, as you're looking around, there's different kinds of attachments and modifications.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems as if they're not concerned about people being armed here.
Okay.
Perfect.
In Mandoa, I will ask Raven, do you think he has a better selection in the back? Do you think you could inquire with him about that?
All right. Sorry, what was your name?
Oh, well, my name's Esvedo.
Esvedo. In theory and all, having thermal detonators, wonderful. Do you have anything else in the back there that, in theory, isn't on your shelves in the front?
Well, I have I have a really large crate in the back. Something extremely rare and extremely illegal. But you didn't hear that from my lips.
I mean, you know we have the
just-
credits to potentially pay you for it. So what is it?
Will. It's
I can't.
It is.
can't.
It's a Krayt dragon.
Krayt
That's right. I
dragon.
have one in the back room.
We come full circle, boys. Full circle.
I'm sorry. It just popped into my head, and I couldn't.
Oh, wow.
As soon as you said the word crate, I was like, it's a Krayt dragon.
I saw it and a part of me died inside.
So good.
I hate it.
Space dad jokes.
Well, you see,
Yes, your hate makes me strong.
see, I've got a missile tube back there.
You don't say.
Excuse me.
A missile tube, yeah. It's kind of like one of those like anti-aircraft type things.
You wouldn't also happen to have the missiles that go with the tube.
I've got 3 missiles in the box with it.
Oh.
But it's gonna cost you. This thing's 10,000 credits. Like,
Don't quite have that much on me.
I'm
But
telling
we
you,
can-
we lost about 6 Jawas in the acquisition of this thing.
Wow. What'd you
Dark.
acquire it from?
Oh, who knows? Jawas get where they can get. They're the best at what they do. That's why I always keep in good contact with them. They help me out sometimes. I help them out sometimes.
Is it Imperial? Does it have
You know, to be honest, I didn't even check.
that could catch you more money? Maybe you should check.
All right, I'll be right back. He goes, he disappears in the back room.
Quick, how much money does everyone have?
I've got about $5,000 on me, but I wanna.
I have about
I've
7.
got 6.
I have 7 left.
Wow, you guys are rich. I thought that was going to be difficult for you.
I have 0.
Pull our resources we can. Raven can't drop it all herself, but
Right.
Right, but
resources.
I could offer up 3,000.
Yeah, this
I,
is
yeah, I
basically
could
a rocket
contribute a
launcher.
significant amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Is
it's
it
a
like
rocket
what Boba
launcher.
Fett wears on his back or whatever, where he like tilts over or something? Is that what this is? Or
No, I
this
think it's more like
Yeah,
it's like a
surface,
RPG,
like
like
a surface to air rocket propelled grenade.
Do you see it right there at the top?
Oh,
Oh
God.
my!
You put
Just
it
so
on,
you know-
you put it on your shoulder, and the rockets are in that little clip on the top. So like it shoots rockets out. It's basically a rocket.
Are any of you
launcher.
good at that?
This is a
I think
cumbrance
I'm
of
good at
3.
that.
And
It's a gunnery.
it's a gunnery.
check.
Yeah, you'd have to use gunnery
I'm good at
to use it.
Well, we should pick one. I'll contribute.
And it's
It has guided
chuck
3.
in- I'll
it
chuck
has
in
guided
3
3,
grand.
and the kind of weapon it is one of those ones like, you know how when you get hit by a starship's weapon, each wound counts as 10. Like
Mhm.
that's what the missile tube does. So you
It's
can,
on planetary scale.
it's more of a plan. It's an anti-aircraft type thing. Like you shoot ships down with it. You know.
Sam
Jeez.
use that on the Krayt dragon, or we could use one on Teemo's
That's what I was
like,
thinking.
palace.
Yeah,
Oh,
just-
make a
Palace
door.
room.
Yeah, I'll contribute whatever is needed from my end here.
How much can you contribute? And I'll do the rest.
I could
Why
throw
don't
in
you
another
match me and then
3K, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are doing 6?
yeah.
Okay, I'll do 4.
Okay.
I thought he said 8. Oh no, 10. Sorry.
That was 10K.
Oh, he said it's 10. I can throw in
10K.
4. I can throw in $4,000.
Are you sure? Want me to do
Yep.
4?
I can definitely throw in 4.
Okay. Then I'll do 3.
Okay.
All right.
I'm also
yeah,
peeking around to see if this guy has any electronic sighting systems around as an attachment.
Oh yeah, there's actually a few of them, a few different kinds. Yeah. So it just depends on what exactly you're looking for narratively for your weapon.
Yeah.
And if you have any hard points left, you can put it on there.
Yeah, let me make
Because
sure.
your attachments still do take hard points, I believe.
Hard points, yeah.
And I think you got yours customized extremely, like you got a lot done to it. So I'm not.
Yeah, I think the actuating module takes up 1, the custom grip takes up 1, so I think I only have 1 slot left.
1 left, okay. Sure. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of things in here. Like, there's a lot of variety of different things. He does eventually walk back out and say, well, not Imperial. Seems
Meh.
they must have picked this up. I don't know how they got a hold of it, but as a Rebel Alliance weapon.
We'll
Wait,
take
what?
Yeah, it has, like, Rebel numbers on it, or symbols and stuff. Look, I don't know nothing about all that garbage.
You're right, Doctor.
Okay, let me check out the serial number and we'll call it in just in
Sure.
case. But we'll use it. We can use it. We
Okay.
we have to do what we have to do.
All right. Yeah,
So,
we'll take it.
all right, excellent. He rushes back, and you see him like he's got this massive crate over his shoulders. He's bringing
Sorry,
it out.
Diesel, you're not getting any of your money back.
He sets it down on the counter and eagerly awaits the credits to be passed on to him. And you guys pass over the money, and you now have a missile tube
Oh my god.
with 3 missiles.
Well, this is dangerous.
A little bit.
Also,
This
that has an
is
encumbrance
excellent.
of 7, just so you know.
It's an encumbrance 7.
Yeah.
So just
I
so you
could do it
guys
if
know.
I dropped everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just so you know, here's the stats from this book. It's gunnery. Damage is base 20. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, with a damage base 20 that high, it's probably still on the
Probably
regular.
20,
It's
yeah.
probably just 20
Yeah.
on regular scale.
Yeah.
Crit 2. Range is extreme, so this can shoot very far.
Like all the way across the map.
Encumbrance 7. It has 4 hard points, so it can be customized.
Oh my goodness.
It is extremely rare, and probably illegal.
I don't think that matters so much here.
It has blast 10, breach 1, which is
Oh.
what it basically pierces ship armor.
Yeah.
Cumbersome 3, meaning you have to have a bronze score of 3 or higher. That might be the ticket to be able to actually use it.
We can't like buddy up.
I can use it!
Yeah, you can use it.
Oh
I can use this, bitch!
my gosh.
It also,
This is
it
grotesque.
also has guided 3, meaning that like if it misses, like
It can still hit.
it can still hit. Limited ammo. The clip can only hold 6 missiles, and it says prepare 1, so I think it takes 1 whole action just to get the thing ready to fire it.
Ooh, yeah. So we'd have to cover her
Mm-hmm.
while she loads up.
This opens up options. This is
It'll be right.
Tizo, you were spending some time just kind of watching this Toydarian fluttering around outside of the landing bay. How, like, describe what you would... Are you just, like, sitting there staring at him? Are you...
Oh, no, no.
You know, how are you doing this?
Okay, so my robes, I completely closed them so they can't see like my armor that I'm wearing. So it's just like your typical Jedi like type looking robes where it's completely, you can't see that. I have my hood up.
Mhm.
I don't have anything to put in my mouth, so I was gonna like looking for like a cigar or something, but no, I don't have anything like that. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna like lean up against like a nearby building. If he's floating around the landing bay, I'll just like lean up against the door, acting like I'm not listening to him, just looking like I'm waiting for somebody,
Okay.
and I'm just trying to listen in.
That's...
If he moves away, then I will start to, of course, follow. But as long as I can still hear, what he's talking about.
Okay, so
yeah.
you definitely want to be close enough to hear what he's saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do a coercion test.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And we'll just call it 2 purple dice difficulty, and I'm going to give you a boost.
Oh wait, coercion's pretty good.
Since he's distracted, I'd like you to just add 1 boost to it. Well,
Coercion is actually a willpower based thing. I thought it was gonna be
Oh.
no.
Cunning. So okay, here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 in willpower.
Very good, very good. Yeah, you make your way. You're leaning up against that building. You seem to be blending in very well with everything else that's happening. He doesn't seem to change in his conversation. You do hear over there. Ah, finally, that's good news. About 30 minutes. That sounds perfect. I can have the lucky guests ready and charged up and headed on over there in just a second. Oh, thank you. Oh, you say too much. Stop it with the compliments. You know I always come through. Shut up already. Just back and forth.
I will, as I hear that, I will duck back into the landing bay over the comms, be like, apparently it seems like 30 minutes, and he has secured this meeting, so I am going to sneak on the ship if I can find it.
Be careful. Don't get caught.
I gotta get caught.
We're heading away.
I'm Tizo. Come on now.
Exactly. I'm Tizo is reason enough.
Everyone on that ship's gonna die.
I know.
I don't have my lightsaber with me, to be fair. I left it on the ship.
If you
All
get
I have is the blaster
got
carbine.
confiscated, so help me God, Tizo.
Okay. Tizo, you going back into the landing bay?
Yeah, is that guy around?
It looks like he's still on the comm link.
Well, the one that we paid for landing here, is he around? Can I see him?
You see him across. It looks like he's over at another ship, kind of bossing a couple other employees around.
I will quickly run up to him, be like, "Hey,
what do you want?"
hey, what is with the attitude? I thought we were friends." Jeez.
Attitude? I didn't think I had an attitude.
Oh, maybe it's just me. I'm sorry about that. I have a quick question for you. I actually just stumbled upon an old acquaintance of mine, and he recently got a new ship, so I'm trying to surprise him at his ship. And I will point out who I'm like, him, the guy with the wings that flies away. Yes.
Oh.
Dude, where's his ship at?
He looks at you. Go ahead and make another coercion check.
What is it?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be average, but I'm gonna flip one of my dark side points.
Oh, come on.
And I'm gonna upgrade the difficulty of this check one time because
I'm gonna do it too since you did it. That's not fair. Alright. Coercion.
It is fair, it's part of the game.
No! Dang it.
Okay, so he looks at you and he's like, I know Zeno. He doesn't have any friends.
That's true.
Could have one.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kind of owes me a little money, so I'm gonna try and surprise him at his ship. Do you think you could point me out? Maybe if it goes well, maybe I'll...
That kind of surprise.
I will maybe cut you in on what he owes me if you let me know.
Ooh, how much we talking?
100 credits.
Oh, that's a deal. So 100 credits is a big number.
It is a big number. It's 3 digits.
Yeah. Yeah, just do me a favor.
Sure.
Don't get too much blood everywhere.
Don't worry about that. I will clean up after myself.
Hey, that's even better.
And I am considerate. So his ship.
Because I don't have to count on all these good for nothing. Yeah, get back to work. Move the crate. Get it on the. See, this is what I deal with every day here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is he pointing to?
He's pointing to like some random human who's like trying to lift up this massively heavy crate by himself, and he's lifting with his back, not with his legs.
Don't do it, man.
Maybe with this extra credit, you get like a droid or something more reliable.
You know what? That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Well, if you find any that you can sell me sometime, maybe I can
will-
buy it off you for, let's say, 100 credits.
Sure.
All right.
I'll keep my eye out. Both eyes actually for you.
Great.
But where's this ship at?
Oh, you see that one over there? And he kind of just like nods over to the left, and you can see it's an older ship, but it looks like a simple
Checks out,
freighter. Yeah. But it's sitting over there, and you notice there is an individual standing outside of the landing platform, the boarding ramp.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like a. I guess the best way to describe it is kind of like a grasshopper humanoid.
Okay. Yeah.
That's standing there and looks like holding a gun. Some type of odd looking gun. You have, I don't think you've ever probably seen one of these before.
I will slowly sneak around. So is the landing bay down? So like I could actually get on the ship if I wanted to.
It's just like, it's basically just flat sand. Like imagine like just a circular basin of sand. And all these ships are kind of just like landed in the sand, and then they.
Well, no, to get on the ship, like the cargo hatch.
He
is
means
down
like
Yeah,
the
the
kind of
ground.
like a drawbridge
yeah. It's
bit.
down. Yeah, it's open.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will sneak up behind to where hopefully this individual does not see me.
Okay, so you're basically going up by the front of the cockpit area, so you can't.
Yeah.
You're not visible yet.
And I want to make it to where I if the time arises, I could quickly run onto the ship without them knowing. I want to be like, close enough to where I could do that.
Go ahead and make a perception or vigilance test first.
Okay.
Okay.
What
It's gonna be 3 purple dice.
Okay. And vigilance is definitely what I'm going to be doing. Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
You will suffer 1 point of strain in the process for the
I
threat.
stubbed my toe.
Yeah. You notice that when you're sneaking up by the cockpit area, there are 2 more of these individuals in the cockpit, but they're standing up and facing away from you. But you have a triumph. What would you like to spend that triumph on?
Okay, well, what I was planning on doing, so maybe this could play into that, is I was going to force move. Other than this individual's gun, what is he like holding? Is he wearing like a hat or any kind of like something that would maybe fall out of a pocket type thing to where he would have to go pick it up?
He does.
That kind of.
He strangely enough, he's not wearing much. He does have some kind of interesting kind of like utility belt that has a whole bunch of like things that are wrapped around his waist. Other than that, really nothing. It
Okay,
seems like
so
they're okay with just like a
Yeah.
it's all hanging out there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will do it with the gun then, because I can move. I can move things out of secure holdings. So I'm assuming I could do that to someone's hand if we're not fighting or anything. So I will just try and attempt to move his gun out of his hands, and hopefully he picks it up, and
Okay.
it gives me enough time to dart into the ship.
Okay. What do you have to do to activate your move?
It's a force check thingy.
Okay.
So whoops. We don't need the purples. Of course.
Wow.
So, gotta use a light side for that. Let me see how much dark side points I
Your
actually
shape
have
make
to
you
use.
powerful.
Well, good thing is it's a small thing, so I don't have to use a strength upgrade. But I do have to. What distance is he currently?
Short range.
Short range.
Mm-hmm.
Short. Okay, so yeah, I'll have to use his one then. Sweet.
Okay.
And I will pull his gun out of his hands, and it will go like clattering through the sand, like maybe 15 feet away from where he was.
Okay. It's almost like it just like pops out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And completely unexpected. You hear a couple like strange like clicking noises. And he turns his head to the side just for a moment, and then just begins to start walking towards the gun.
I'll
the
take
sand.
that moment to quickly do the the Jedi movements from like the movies where he just quickly shuffles through, no one sees their face type thing, and get inside the ship.
Okay,
Hopefully no one
yeah.
sees me.
As you get on the ship, you're
Mhm.
you're entering into where their kind of storage compartment is in the back of the vessel. There's movement immediately like to your left. And as you turn to the left, there is what looks to be another one of these individuals. It actually looks like there's 3 of these individuals here in the bay, and they're moving some pretty heavy boxes back and forth, and you're just standing there all of a sudden like still. You don't think they noticed you right this second, but you're standing in the middle of a storage area with lots of boxes, and they're probably standing only a few feet away from you.
Is there like an open box that I could jump into or something?
There's no open boxes, but they're all closed, but there's a lot of piles of them. You might be able to hide behind a pile.
I will jump behind a pile of boxes and just push, robe up. Hopefully it blends in with the wood. Just sit there.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth test for me.
Uh-huh.
A stealth test. Because they are unaware of your presence, it's too. Well, actually, let me do this. Let me see what their perception, if they have any perception, and we'll make this a contested check. What is perception based on?
I think there's a perception. Yeah, there's a perception. It's cunning.
It's based on
Cunning.
cunning? Okay, so
Yep.
if they don't have it, it'll be based on their cunning skill, which is... Okay, so this is going to be 3 purple dice.
Oh,
Oh.
God. Okay. Okay.
Just
Stealth?
Stealth? Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm going to use another light side point.
do it. Do it.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
thank
look
God.
at that roll. Very good.
use the shadows.
I will use the advantage to heal a strain.
Okay, you got it. Yep. You feel like you... there's a moment where one of them kind of just walks right by you. And just doesn't even stop, doesn't even turn in a direction. You can just... You almost just like feel their presence walk by. They're making strange noises towards each other. You can see they're communicating in some language that you don't really understand. It sounds very insect-like and a lot of clicking noises and things of that nature. We will transition from the stealthing Tizo, which I also would like you to add 5 additional conflict points for your recklessness.
I knew it was coming. Okay, so I know I can't make it super long, but with that stealth check, could I just say over the comms, the hawk has landed?
Sure. You guys get one simple message from Tizo as you guys are wrapping up your purchases.
The hawk bat.
That may be the episode title.
The hawk has landed. I love it.
Or the Hutt bat swoop. One of the two.
Yeah,
I think the hawk has landed is much funnier.
It is. It's
glorious.
All right. So, you guys are finishing up in the weapons store. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to look for or purchase, or did you guys want to call it a wrap for your little shopping?
I think this guy doesn't have much of value beyond the RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think we'll
as far as like
we'll call it a day.
and Yeska, you know, like he doesn't have anything that could be useful for like lightsabers or anything like that.
Well, I was just looking maybe to like get like a vibro sword or something like that, and like something I could use my skills with
he does have
until
he does
it's
have a
time to
vibro
pull
axe.
out the lightsaber. Ooh. Would I still be able to kind of use that as I use my lightsaber, like with my presence?
Well, unfortunately, it wouldn't be like using your lightsaber. It'd be using your melee skill, whatever your melee skill
Right.
is.
Never mind
Ancient
then.
swords.
Yeah. Unfortunately, lightsabers is its own skill altogether, so it makes it a little bit different.
Well, it's like because I'm a mystic Makashi duelist, you know, it allows me to use melee weapons using my presence instead.
Is it melee
All
all melee
melee?
weapons, or is it just lightsabers?
I think it's just lightsabers.
I think it's just lightsabers. I can double check, but in the meantime,
Yeah,
let's
it's
just
the
say it's just
lightsaber skill.
lightsabers.
Because I have the
Okay.
agility one.
So yeah, that's. I think that's all I want to do right here in this place.
Sure. All right. Are you guys going to leave Ace Vados?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where are you guys
Missile
headed to?
tube richer.
There you go. Where else? Do you guys want to go anywhere else, or now that the hawk has landed, do you guys want to go see what's up with Tizo?
Let's go see what's up with these, though.
Yeah, I
yeah, we
feel
should
like
get on top of that.
yeah, this reckless man is by himself with no one to tether him, so we should go check on him.
Okay. So you guys start making your way back to the landing bay. While this is happening, Tizo, as you are hiding, the Tordarian arrives and boards the ship. You notice him flutter up on the top, and he starts talking, and he's like, "It's time to get it in gear, boys. We've got our clearance that we needed over at Teemo's palace. It'll be only a small moment, and we'll have all this shipment ready to go, and we'll be thousands of credits richer. That's what I like. The credits. Stop looking at me like that." You see him like kind of flutter past one of the Geonosians that are on board the vessel, and it looks like the other Geonosian that was down there that you made his gun move is like walking back slowly on the landing platform, just like looking out. Looks at his gun. Looks back out. Scratches his head. Backs up. And you hear the landing platform beginning to pull up, Tizo.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, you didn't see this coming.
Oh, I thought you were
I
gonna get here
did.
faster. Oh, I'm going for a ride, guys.
It's about that moment that the rest of you arrive at the front of the landing bay. You can hear that there is the sound of engines starting to warm up in the other side of the landing bay.
Do we just see his face like through a window or something? Like,
Oh, what are you talking about? It'd be more of a smile.
guys, look, I'm inside.
We're good.
You guys don't see the Toydarian anymore that was talking out front. He is absent. You do still see a couple of those groups of stormtroopers, but they just seem to be having conversations. Doesn't seem like they've been alerted. They haven't been alerted or anything of anything that's happening, or just kind of all out there chilling. You see crowds of people just walking around, making their way throughout the day.
Is
Yeah.
there multiple ships that have engines running, or just one?
Just one currently.
All right. Tizo, is it safe to assume you're in the ship that's running currently?
I clicked the comms once.
Oh, great.
Tizo, take a boost.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He's in that ship.
Good for him.
We
We
do have
should
that purple
probably-
tube. We can just blast it out of the air.
The
Do we know where
engine,
the
the
ship's
engine,
going?
the engine noise starts to pick up a little louder.
Ah, damn it. I'm gonna try and get over there
Okay.
stealthily, but try and quickly, make my way under the ship.
Okay. Go ahead. You can make
Are
a
you gonna
stealth
hold on to the
stealth
ship?
test. I'm gonna say 2 purple dice difficulty for your stealth because you got the cover of kind of loud engine noise. So as far as noise is concerned, the only thing that you would have to worry about is it's your speed would have to be your stealth because it's kind of like a wide open landing bay here. It's gonna be difficult.
What?
Hey, another triumph.
What?
Oh, my stars.
Oh no. Oh no.
Here's the funny thing, Raven. You're booking it across there, worried. Well, I don't know if you're necessarily worried about Tizo or not. I'm just assuming. Just rushing across here.
Or that he's gonna get us caught.
And Tizo, while you're inside, you guys all of a sudden start to hear the engines back down a little bit. Almost as like they're coming to more of like they were getting ready to take off, and now they're just like slightly coming back down. And Tizo, you're sitting there, and then you hear, "What do you mean you forgot it outside? What do you? It fell off your gun? Seriously? You've got to be kidding me! How do you lose the whole entire clip for your pulse blaster? That makes no sense whatsoever. Get your
Oh no.
Stop staring at me! Shut up!" And you hear one of the Geonosians kind of clambers back, and then you hear the landing bay start to open back up. Raven, you're kind of out in the middle of the open, and you see the landing bay start to lower. What would you like to do for your stealth at
Well-
this time?
That's a triumph, yeah?
It is.
Alright. There's one of two ways I could do this. I could either get behind them and wait for them to come off and sneak in, but my first initial thought was I'm going to use that triumph to get on top, on top of the vessel,
Okay.
and get flat, and use the noise of the engine whir while it's still dying down but still loud enough. I'm going to use my jetpack to get on top.
She does like a couple flips in the process and lands perfectly on the top of the vessel. Yeska,
Superhero landing.
Yeska, with your thermographic vision right now, you can see all this kind of taking place in front of you. Dran, you're just sitting there, jaw wide open, as
Yeah.
this is all occurring. Anything you guys are doing in the process of this happening?
I look over at Yeska.
Do you know what's
At the
happening?
very least, he won't be alone. I don't know if you two can get up here, but
That's not possible.
I didn't think so.
Um,
Yeska, you and I could get in the other way, wherever they're going.
like through the open ramp?
No, I mean I imagine they're going. Do we know what? Do we have a clue where they're stowing away to?
Yeah, you guys heard the conversation, and Raven
Yeah.
told you that they're trying to
Yeah.
get clearance to
Yeska,
land at the...
You and I. Why don't we go to the front door of this palace?
And they
We're
open up
charming.
for us.
Yeah, we're likable. We're charming, right?
Yes, we are. High five.
Oh,
Tran misses.
And I miss too. Yeah, we got this. Let's okay, so Raven and Tizo. The new plan is you open up from the inside and let us in. and we tried to sneak inside.
I mean, we might be able to get an audience in there, Yeska, and we can meet them in the middle.
Yes.
Look.
We'll hit the comms once.
This
Hopefully
sounds
that
like
means
a
yes.
perfect plan D.
I guess this is what we're doing now.
Who has the rocket launcher?
Who has the rocket launcher?
I mean, I can use it, so I could have it.
But
So Raven, I imagine Raven, right?
but Raven said she needed to drop everything else.
Yeah, like
I would
in
have
order
to
to
drop
carry
my
it.
disruptor pit. Like, I can have everything. Like, I'd have to drop all my weapons. I'd have to leave my best car. I'd have to leave the disruptor. Leave my shock gloves.
What happens if you're
But-
over encumbered?
But yeah, but who?
every
not
for
who
every
can use it. Who actually has it?
Now here's the rule with encumbrance. For every point you're over encumbered, you have to add a setback die to your die pool. So you can still technically use it, but you get a much greater disadvantage for doing so,
Okay.
depending on how much higher your encumbrance rating is.
But isn't the encumbrance like actually factually carrying it, not just using it?
No, the general rule is the cumbersome quality is if you can use it or not. And it has cumbersome 3 on it. So you have to have a brawn of 3 to even be able to fire it. But the encumbrance rule is anytime you're over encumbered with anything. Let's say you're over encumbered by 3 points. To use this, if you fire it, it'll add 3 setback to anything you do.
Unless you unencumber yourself of other things first.
True. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is Raven carrying the RPG? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, because if
Do you want her
if she's carrying it, she's gonna have to add that 7 encumbrance to her character sheet if she has it.
'Cause I don't want anyone in particular. I'm just wondering who has it.
I do.
You do not have it.
You do not have it. You were not there.
Of all the people that have a
Somehow
rocket
teleported
launcher,
to me.
Tizo wishes he had it right now.
How does this thing work?
I can say that if I put my toolkit away, I could actually carry it around. I'm like so loaded up with like backpacks and
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Unless-
I can carry some things for you, Doctor, if you need.
So that is a possibility.
Well, let's say you have it then, since Raven's
Yeah.
technically already
You guys
done
would
some
have
action.
You guys would have had
Okay.
to have decided this when you left the store because
Right, I
it's-
figured as
it's
much.
massive.
Oh, it's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a case for this thing?
You got the crate with it. It's kind of like a case.
Remember, you were told that it's probably illegal, so you probably won't just want to carry it around with you.
Yeah, you
out
might
in the
want to
open.
drop it off at the ship.
Noted.
Unless you're going to use it. That's up to you, though.
I'm
Wait, can either of you use it anyway? Like, do you have the
No.
Brawl 3?
I don't think I got Brawn 3 now.
nope.
I'm a 2.
Am I the only one that can technically use it?
You're the only one that can technically fire it. No.
But I could be here. I could carry it for you
Right,
when you're
you
ready
can
for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Yeah,
Your
Doctor.
squire. I could be your squire.
Yeah, Dr. Dran, the bag of holding.
You're
So,
so
so Raven, you're now on top of this vessel.
Yes.
Tizo's inside hiding.
I'm gonna
the-
take a point because I'm irritated.
Okay. The landing platform does open as you guys are having this conversation about finding another way in. And you see
Right.
a Geonosian walk down the platform, and he looks like he's looking down, walking slowly as the engines are kind of at an idle right now on the ship. And he's looking down around, looks over, walks about 20 feet, then looks and then turns to the right, walks about 20 feet, and then kicks his leg back and forth in the sand a little bit, like looking around for something. Can't quite seem to find something. Then eventually he almost runs into an individual standing there. And it's the guy who runs the establishment is standing there.
No.
And the Geonosian slowly looks up towards him. He can see there's something metal in this man's hand. And he looks at him, he's like, 100 credits. And then we make a quick scene wipe from there.
Beautiful.
As the ship Tizo eventually lifts off and starts making its way slowly over the city, across the city to the western side where it's heading towards Teemo's palace. Dran and Yeska, what are you two doing?
We're trying to work out our play here. You know, like, should I introduce myself as, oh, hi, I'm Daryl. This is my brother Daryl. No relation.
Where's Larry? Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, you could always act like you're building inspectors.
Yeah, we're from health and safety.
Oh god. Oh god.
Wow.
We're from Sci-Fi OSHA.
So I'm assuming you guys are quickly making your way through the city streets, kind of keeping an eye on where this vessel is headed. You can see it's definitely headed right towards that glorious palace on the other side of the city.
Oh boy. I do have to like offload my toolkit if I'm going to carry the launcher around.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
I'll hold on to your toolkit. How much
Cool.
is
you
how much
guys,
is
you
that?
guys were right next to the Phoenix there. You
Oh,
could have
wow.
dropped things off if you want to.
Should we
Oh,
drop
that's
off
true.
the toolkit in the Phoenix? Yeah.
Let's drop off the toolkit.
Cool. Dropping it off in the Phoenix.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll just
And-
lug this crate. I assume the crate has like repulsor lifts or something to like keep it afloat.
Yeah, it'll hover. Yeah.
Cool.
Perhaps we can try to convince
have-
the hut that we are trying to sell what is in the crate, and maybe that would get us an audience.
Oh. Brilliant.
All right. Do you think this is a wise decision?
100%. Absolutely. This
Okay.
can't possibly go wrong.
What is our story then? We are
Weapon stealers?
weapons dealers, formerly of the rebellion,
Oh, close though.
and we worked in the quartermaster division. That is how we managed to get our hands on such a valuable rebel weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Does this bother you? It's not true.
Hey, we have to do what we have to do. We have to break some eggs to make an omelet, so to speak.
Okay. Let's break the eggs. Okay, so we are former rebels wanting to offload some of the stockpile, and this is a sample of
It's a sample
our
we have
wares.
access to.
Yes, this is a sample that we have access to. Okay, I think this is a good plan. All right, this should definitely get us in to see the hut, or at least somebody mid to high level in his organization.
At least get us
Alright.
in the building.
At least get us in the building. What should we do next after that? Raven, can you hear us?
Yes, what's up?
Raven, do you have any additional ideas to add to this? It seems wrong to call it a plan. Into this situation.
Contingency. Yeah.
This is called improvision, and there's not really much we can plan for because this was all done so last minute. I say, Yeska, you are so charming when you need to be. So just be you, darling, and I feel like the two of you will be okay. Worst case scenario, we just light off a bunch of grenades. I don't know.
I'm not so worried about us. I'm wondering what you are going to do.
If I get caught, I will try to swing your security system has flaws. I just found them. I'm Rogue Mando looking for work, and I can.
You could be a security expert looking to show the holes in their system
Exactly. That's
and then
kind of-
offer a new system.
Exactly.
And Tizo,
I don't.
you You just stay
Figure it out,
hidden until it's time to kill.
Click.
That could also be an episode title.
Yeah, just click.
Click.
I am
Okay.
taking my lightsaber, by the way. I am bringing it. I'm
Bringing
just
it?
tucking it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
pocket. Yeah.
Definitely for me too.
Did you?
It's underneath my coat.
You guys actually, while you're digging through, you do see Tizo's lightsaber sitting there.
Do you think he'd be angry if we touch it? I think he'd appreciate having it.
I think he'd be angry if he was not able to cut something with his lightsaber if the opportunity arose. I think we definitely. I'll take his lightsaber and put it, back behind my coat.
Okay.
Like tuck it in the back of my belt, and that way I can get it to him if he needs it.
All right. Perfect. So
Lightsaber has an encumbrance of 2, if that matters.
It
it might matter.
does. It reaches my my threshold, so I can't carry any more for the moment.
Okay.
It reaches. Oh, so you're fine, right?
So you're fine.
Yeah.
You don't have any
Yeah.
setback or anything added, but yeah, you're
Right.
maxed out. Mhm. Okay.
I'm maxed out.
Okay, so you guys are
All right.
pushing this massive crate through town, on the way over to now.
I guess we go knock on the crime lord's door.
I guess so, right?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
along the way, Michael, I will say I'm watching out for stormtroopers along the way.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. Are you guys like trying to avoid them as you're going? It'll take you longer if you
Yeah.
try to avoid them to get there.
I don't know that we are.
Okay.
I feel like the streets are just kind of there's people in the streets and we're just one of the people that are just moving some goods.
Okay. Sure.
I don't think we're doing anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
not
if
the
we
only
act
people
we're-
moving
suspicious-
crates. Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we act suspicious, we will seem suspicious.
Yeah.
True. Cool.
We just have to own it. We have to own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's confidence. Yes, confidence.
So
Yeah.
Tizo and Raven, it does not take you guys long at all. The ship doesn't really even go that high above the city and begins to descend and makes dock at this landing bay that you guys can see on your map. It's just a little bit, looks like there's 2 places where you can dock at the top side of Teemo's palace there. It looks like they're both empty currently, and as you guys begin to settle down, you can see that they dock there. There does appear to be 2 individuals standing on the landing bay as you guys descend down. Raven, with your amazing stealth check, you are pretty well hidden as you are just like stuck like glue to the top of this vessel. The ship does touch down upon one of those landing bays, and the loading ramps descend down, Tizo, as you're kind of in amongst the crates. The Geonosians start to move into the areas with the crates. You rolled pretty amazing on your stealth check, but you can feel them all coming around the crates. And you can hear them going beep 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 beep, like activating their little like hover systems they have on the crates. And the crates begin to just like lift off just by a few inches off of the ground. There's a lot of crates here, and they haven't come to the area that you are behind right now.
Okay.
You also see the Toydarian starts fluttering down. He's like, see? I told you we'd have the shipment here for you. The week, you always doubted me. But look, Zeno comes through again. Yeah. And then you hear this weird sound like... And... What? No, why would he say that about me? And then... Raven, you get a glimpse of this individual standing there in kind of like black robes. There are 2 individuals standing there, and one of them is an individual that looks like a species like this. I'm going to show to everyone. He kind of looks like this. Okay?
This guy.
That guy, yep.
Are they all just? Is this species like all professional snitches? Because I remember them doing this in the movies too.
That's it. So you can recognize that individual. You also see that the person standing beside them looks like an individual like that looks like this. So it should be popping up on your screen. There should be a
Yeah.
Kubaz and a Nikto. And it looks like they're communicating with that Toydarian a little bit, and now they're all like leading away, like they're walking away from the vessel. They got their backs turned to it, and they're walking into what looks to be this larger garage type door on the side of the palace. And it looks like the Geonosians are just starting to push these crates one at a time down the ramps, and it looks like there's 6 of them. And they go one crate at a time. They're pushing these crates down, and they're following that group of 3 as they go into this area, into the palace. You can see they probably have a number of trips before they can get all those in there. Maybe at least 3 or 4 trips. Tizo, what do you guys do?
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just gonna stay put. When they go to start to move the one that I'm hiding behind, I am going to force hold it and not move it. It's gonna stay still. And hopefully they don't check around it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What?
All right. Raven, what would you be doing in the process of all this?
I feel like I'm staying put as well because my stealth is so good and there's a lot of movement going in and out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stay low until I see Tizo or hear Tizo.
One thing I would also mention to you, as you see the 6 kind of enter that garage door, it does take them a little bit of time before they reemerge out.
Okay.
But that's totally up to you guys.
As I'm on the ship, does it sound like all of them leave? Because that might change what I'm doing. If it
Yeah,
sounds
like if they're going back and forth
It
like
does
this.
sound like
leave.
it does sound like everyone has left the ship. The ship is
Okay.
absent of individuals. They've all gone in.
Can I do a vigilance or perception to like look to see if there's anywhere I could hide if I were to get off this ship?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You can make a test. Just average 2 purple dice.
Wow.
The bad thing about this situation is this platform is pretty just wide open. Like it's just a flat area. But you do see that you could actually like crawl underneath it, and there are some things like dangling from underneath that if you wanted to, you could kind of like climb under the actual platform that you're on, and you may be able to move underneath the platform. It would be, I mean, you'd have to be kind of like climbing around like a monkey down there, but you could probably do it.
I'll just quickly, before I do this, Tizo, I'm gonna try and get under the platform. Do you think you can get off the ship?
Okay, if I'm 100% sure that no one else is on the ship, I will be like, I could get on their guns on the ship.
You
What's funny is you can only hear this, you can't see him, so you don't know what he's doing there.
I'm saying this, I am heading towards the like cockpit to see if I can see if they have guns on their ship or not, like actual like mounted gun, like like gunship,
Okay, make a perception test.
Oh god, perception?
Yeah.
Oh,
Two purple dice.
okay.
Push buttons randomly.
Oh god. All right. Oh, I got a boost from you, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
See some perception.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it!
You feel good?
You
I will-
see a computer.
I think I'm in the cockpit.
It has some nice colored buttons. Wow, this ship is old. It has some really outdated things on it. This could be a platform for a gun. I don't know.
Brave. This ship is very old.
get out of
Tell me how to use the guns.
No, get out!
Fine. Yes.
Yes, God. And Strand hear us bickering over costs?
Yeah.
I will try to
Doesn't
exit the
sound
ship now, I guess.
Are you gonna exit out?
Possibly need to move
Yeah.
to Plan M.
Because you went into the cockpit and you snooped around for a bit, the minute you go out to go to the landing bay, you can see the Geonosians starting to come back towards the ship again.
How many boxes did they take on the first trip?
They
3?
They took 6. Each Geonosian, there's 6
Oh.
of them, took 1 box.
Oh, and is there 6 boxes left? Is that what you were saying? Or
There are probably 12 boxes left.
Oh, okay. I'll just go back to my hiding spot.
Okay, sure.
I'll just go hide again behind,
Okay.
you know, my
Remake
good hiding
your
spot.
remake your stealth
Aw.
check because you revealed yourself.
I told you to
Oh
get
my
listen to me.
Two purple, right?
Well, it was 3 purple.
Oh, it was 3
because
purple
It's
'cause of
against
their perception.
against their perception. Yeah.
I'm going to upgrade again.
Okay, sure.
Probably for the best. Probably for the best.
Oh God. Okay, good. I stubbed my toe again. Dang it!
Stub your toe. You take a point of strain. You see him coming. You're like, oh crap, and you get boom, ow.
Yep. Back in the ball. Back
Back
in the ball. In my hood.
Yep.
Just waiting there, making sure they don't pull my box.
Okay.
If they go to pull my box again, gonna hold it.
Raven, I would like you to make. Do they have the equivalent of like athletics? I guess it would be coordination, maybe.
Probably
There's coordination.
There's coordination. Is there anything that's just?
There
based
is
off of-
athletics.
Is there athletics? That's what I'm.
Yeah, there is
looking for.
athletics.
Oh, I
So,
want coordination.
well,
Sorry, Christy?
this is gonna be more like you're like holding on to these poles down below, kind of like Luke Skywalker at the end of the where he gets his
Empire?
hand chopped
Yeah.
off. Yeah, Empire. Where you're hanging
He's
off all
like
those-
hanging off. He's like hanging off of an antenna underneath,
antenna
of
underneath.
this
Yeah,
floating
it's kind of
city.
like it's kind of like that. So
Oh,
that's
cool.
going to be based off of athletics, and it's going to be
So
two.
it's not like a platform that I can hide under. I have to hold on.
You have to like hold on. Yeah. If that will
Is
change,
this
if that'll
platform
change what you
attached
want to
to the
do.
ship?
No, it's under the landing platform. Like the landing platform is there, and then you can crawl like underneath it, but you'd be like dangling off of all these like
Oh,
pipes.
then I
and-
won't do that. I thought it was
If you
somewhere.
fall, you could jetpack. Like,
Yeah, but I don't want to.
It's like you're underneath a semi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna hold position then. That changes
position?
things.
Sure.
Yeah,
Got it.
sorry.
That's okay. You're good. So you're holding position. While you're
Mhm.
doing that, let's transition over to the 2 coming through the city. As they're still pushing the crates, while this is happening at the palace. You guys make your way through the city pretty much unscathed. You do pass some stormtroopers, but keeping with your MO of just, hey, just let's act like we're here, we're supposed to be here. And you guys make your way through. Let's do this. Let's have both of you make cool checks to see how you keep your cool moving
cool
through
are
this.
you guys?
How cool are you? in
what's the
this?
difficulty here, Michael?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the difficulty for Yeska is gonna be 2 purple dice, but since there's an
Oh, for Yeska.
imperial presence, I would like for Dran to have 3 purple dice on his. Actually, you know what? Let's just
Hi,
do
Mike.
this. Let's do this. 2 purple, but 2 setback.
Oh,
For
okay.
both of us?
No, for Dran. You have just
Okay.
2
Thanks,
purple.
Michael.
You are
Yeah.
welcome.
I am nonchalant.
You guys still have.
Oh, wow. Well,
Oh,
appropriate,
wow.
appropriate, yeah.
Mhm.
Cool as a cucumber over here.
You do take a point of strain as some of those stormtroopers get a little too close for your liking. And you almost like reach for your weapon at one time there, Dran, but you keep your level head. And
I just
you-
kind of like, without even looking, I just kind of like, pat his elbow, just like not yet, not yet.
Perfect. Yeah, with that advantage, you kind of calm him down a little bit. And you guys make your way towards the main entryway, which is a very massive metal door for this palace. Very ornately designed, this whole place. It's definitely the building that stands out from this whole entire city. And you walk up and you can see that there are two rather rotund guards standing on either side of the door as you walk up what seems to be like a small flight of flat stairs that leads you up to a platform or the door. These individuals look like this. And I'm going to show this to all players, show to everyone. They look like pig-like...
The Gamorreans? They're Gamorreans!
Nice. Nice.
Pig-like humanoids wearing these very intricate metal helms on their heads. And they look like they have simple kind of leather armor that has like metal shoulder plates and things like that. They're standing there. They each have these massive axes, vibro axes that they seem to be holding. That look like they have very intricate design elements to them that seem to match some of the things of their armor and their helms. And they're just standing there staring at you two as you approach. And one kind of snorts at you as you guys walk up.
Well, good morning. We would like to speak to somebody who makes some business decisions. If you could go carry on and bring out somebody who we can converse with. Thank you.
They both kind of look at one another and they snort a few times at each other. And then they look and they gesture towards the box and they point to it and snort a few times.
I think I've still got my universal translator. Let me check my inventory.
Yeah. I think you had it upgraded.
Yeah,
too,
I've got my translator.
Oh no.
So it gives me a boost
Oh no.
to any lore or intellect check that I make with it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make that. What check did we use before when you were going against the Tals?
I think it was intellect.
Did we use just base intellect for it?
I think so.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a base intellect. It's against 2 purple dice.
Where is that in my skills?
You might just have to add green dice to the number of your intellect to the top.
Boom, boom, boom. 3. And what's the difficulty on that?
2 purple.
Okay. Nope, I cleared it out. My bad. Meant to roll and
Press the wrong button.
zeroed everything out. Yeah.
I do that sometimes too. Yeah.
This thing must be at the batteries.
Yeah, you're not getting much but snorts through that as well. Like it's not really translating the way you would hoped.
I carefully, pull my coat to the side.
Uh-oh.
And then kind of tapping my fingers on the crate and kind of like raising an eyebrow like, huh? There's weapons in here.
Oh, we missed the middle part, but it sounds like, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
So I take out my blaster pistol and show that I've got some weapons, and then I kind of make the far like reaching symbol for.
Okay. Do me a favor, make a charm check for me. And this is going to be against 2 purple dice.
Okay.
And because of... I'll add a boost to that. Because I'm going to say Dran is also there, and he's being with you, he's assisting in the process. So I'm going to give you a boost.
Charm coming up.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Very nice. They both kind of snort at one another, and they both look like they're nodding with they seem to be fixated on that crate. And now that you've pointed and gestured to possible weapons, it looks like they're very much used to individuals walking up and bringing possible weapon stores to this palace.
Okay, I didn't know what the door-to-door situation was like here on Tatooine. I didn't know if they have like
yeah.
door-to-door weapons salesman or Jehovah's Witness.
Well, they might. So you can see that they do open the door to the palace, and one of them stays outside, but one of them then leads you in to the palace, and you guys are guided in the palace. And I'm gonna go ahead and take you all to a different map. Where did it go?
Do you mind terribly, Michael, if we wrap up? I do have something that is coming up, and I have to be gone in a minute or two.
Absolutely, because for some reason my map for the palace was deleted somehow. So that actually makes
roll
it
20.
So,
yeah.
so we
So-
screen wipe, as we push into the thing.
Yeah, as you guys follow the Gamorrean into the doorway, and we just take just one quick glance back, Tizo hiding behind a single crate. As in the distance you see a bunch of Geonosians walking their way down a platform towards the vessel. The quick screen wipe comes out, and that's where we got our credits roll, and that's where we end tonight's episode of Star Wars Force and Destiny. Well done, everybody. Well done.